Welcome to the Kennel Connection training video on reports for the training module. In this video, we'll be going over the reports available to run for the training module, where to find them, and what information they display. To access reports, you want to go to the top of Kennel Connection and click on the Reports tab. Reports for the training module can be found under the Reports tab under Training. Selecting that will give us the drop-down menu of reports available. First, we have the Behavior Fact Sheet. The Behavior Fact Sheet is a worksheet you can print out for your trainers to fill out information regarding the pet during their training visit. Next, we have the class roster. When selecting the class roster, you'll choose whether to print to screen or the printer, and select the class you want the roster for. The roster will give you a list of all pets scheduled for that class, including contact information, if they've paid or made a deposit on the class, and the dates the class is scheduled for. Next, you'll find the feeding, exercise, and medication schedule. These can be printed out for training visits in which services can be scheduled. On the training schedule, you have the option to show your resident training, one-on-one trainings, or your classes. While classes do not have the option to assign services during the stay, one-on-one and resident training classes do. In order to run a service report for feedings, medication, or exercise, you'll want to make sure that the module is open and that you have it set to the type of training and the day that you want to run the report for. When selecting one of the services, you'll be taken to the Services Print window, where we can choose which services we want to print reports for. In this case, I've chosen feeding, and I'm going to leave that, although I would have the option to print exercise and medications as well. You can also choose which period of the day the services are to be rendered, whether this report will list all services for the pets that are currently checked in. You can also include pets on the report that have not been scheduled for the service, and you can print for all modules. And if we're printing exercises, you can also choose which exercise specifically you want the report for. After you make your selections, running the report will give you the list of pets receiving those services, including all information entered for those services on the reservation. Below the services reports, we have the Pet Warnings report. This report will list all pets showing on the schedule that have warnings on their pet cards. Next, we have postcards and email reminders. This gives us the option to send reminders to customers of upcoming scheduled training classes. We can choose whether to print this list to the screen, to the printer, or to email the customers directly. Choose the class, then choose the reminder notice that you want to attach to that reminder. Kennel Connection has the option to preset 5 notices in the system, which can be selected for reminder reports such as this. Those notices can be set up by going to the File tab, and then in the Setup section of the ribbon, going into the Lists section. In Lists, you'll want to go to the Notices tab, And there you can choose one of the 5 tabs to add your message to be selected later. Below that, we have the training contract option. This option will print the training contract for the selected pet on the schedule. When we bring open the print options here, we can choose whether to print the screen or the printer, choose the size we want to print the contract at, and we can choose to print just for the pet selected on the schedule, all incoming pets showing on the schedule, all outgoing pets, or all pets showing on the schedule for this date. Kennel Connection comes with a default training contract. If you want to add your own text to the contract instead of the one provided, you would go to the File tab, Setup, and System Options. Then you would go to the Training tab and select Contract. To replace the standard contract that comes with Kennel Connection with your own, place the body of the contract in this blank space and then select Use this custom contract. The header of the contract, which lists your company information and the client information, will still appear. Everything below that will be the text you enter in this box. Finally, we have the training log. The training log will print a list of all pets scheduled for the training showing on the training schedule that day. Be aware that when printing your training log, the information will be coming from whichever aspect of the training module is currently showing. So if you want to run the log for the one-on-one schedule, make sure you have selected that from the drop-down. The training log can be printed from the report section or by simply going to the schedule and clicking the print button. This has been the training video for reports for the training module in Kennel Connection. In this video, we've gone over the reports available to print out, including reports showing services scheduled, logs and rosters of scheduled pets, the behavior fact sheet, pet warnings, the contract, and how to send reminders or print a list for reminders of future reservations. Please be sure to check out our other training videos on the Kennel Connection YouTube channel. If you have any further questions regarding reports for the training module in Kennel Connection, please feel free to contact the training department here at Blue Crystal Software. You can contact the training department by dialing 888-486-4343, extension 307, or you can email the training department at training@bluecrystalsoftware.com.